Hi, I'm Jody Whipple, nutritionist for the FIT program. Today we are going to talk about the importance of planning ahead. So often people think that doing things ahead of time actually takes more time. And what I'm going to show you today is that by planning ahead, you're going to save yourself time, and it's going to be more likely that you, during your busy work week, are going to be able to make healthy choices for you and your family. So with maybe an hour, maybe a couple hours on the weekend of planning ahead and preparation time, those 5 days during the week are going to be times when you're going to be able to come in and put dinner on the table, a good, healthy, wholesome dinner in no time at all. So I have a lot of things to talk to you about today. I have some of my supplies, which include Tupperware containers, plastic bags. You'll notice that I have some broccoli here in a Tupperware container. I've already washed and cleaned my fruits and vegetables, and that's something that if you do it ahead of time, it's not something that you have to do on a busy Monday or Tuesday night when you get home from work and people are going in all different directions. So be sure to wash your fruits and vegetables, and if you just cut them up and put them in storage containers, it's easy to go to the fridge when you get home and grab what you need, literally just grabbing handfuls, throwing vegetables into a pot with a steamer, or cutting them up and putting them on salad, and you've already done the work ahead of time. So it's not something that you have to take the time to do on that particular evening. I did the same thing here with my carrots. I'm just going to add some more carrots. This is great for kids' lunches. It's great to just put on the table for an evening meal. And using a crock pot is also a way to save a lot of time. And you can put food in the crock pot in the morning before you go to work. When you come home, you've got something that's nice and warm and steamy and homemade. But if you do all the prep on the weekend before, again, it's not going to cause you to have to get up early in the morning to get that crock pot meal ready. So we've got our carrots here. Just put the top on. Put the top on the carrots and stick those in the refrigerator, and they stack real nicely on top of each other. I've got some watermelon here that I've cut up, and again, this is full of nutrients. The brighter the color of fruits and vegetables that you're having, the more nutrition that they generally have. Watermelon has got a lot of lycopene, and it's not very calorie dense, but it sure is tasty. It's crunchy and juicy and just easy to get out. You've got your fruit for your evening meal. Stick that into the refrigerator in your crisper. It's going to stay nice and cold for you. There's advantages that really are far-reaching when it comes to planning ahead for your food during the week. You can have kids in the kitchen with you because you're not rushed, and you can give them developmentally appropriate jobs to do. One of the things that my kids like to do is get potatoes ready. So just take a yam or a baked potato packed with nutrition, lots of fiber with the skin. The yams have beta carotene and vitamin A, lots of potassium in your baked potato. Just scrub the skins, poke holes in them with a knife or a fork, and how easy is this? Just wrap it up in some tin foil, set it on a baking sheet, and you can literally do a dozen at a time and bake them in the oven for about 45 minutes on 350, and you've got potatoes for the week. Cooking brown rice ahead of time. Kids can take the opportunity to do the measuring. You want to watch them certainly when they get to the stove, but you can make a big batch of brown rice. It's got a nice nutty flavor, and you can have it for 3 or 4 days. You come home from work and you just dish some onto everybody's plate, and you've got a nice wholesome grain for your family that you don't have to wait 45 minutes for, because that's about how long it takes. But when you're doing it on the weekend, saves a lot of time. I've cut up some peppers here and some onions. I use Tupperware for the other vegetables. Just using plastic bags to store your vegetables in is a great idea. Pasta is another food that you can cook ahead of time. And I don't think people really think that this is they don't think about this, but it keeps very well. You can cook up a whole pound or two of pasta and just portion it into your bags. You can even do it in smaller bags if you wanted to do individual portions, or you can just do it in a big bag or a big Pyrex container if you have one. So you just put all the pasta after you've drained it, and this is whole wheat pasta, so it's got some added protein, it's got a nice nutty flavor, it's high in fiber, and it's a flavor that once you have whole wheat pasta, I find that it's hard to go back to the plain pasta because you just lose a little bit of flavor. Get the air out there. And again, just stick it in your fridge. You come home, you've got some nice pasta. You can open even a jar of sauce. This summer, I tried to make my own tomato sauce with tomatoes in my garden, and that worked out fine, but it's all gone already. So if you can get a nice jar of pasta sauce, you can add meat to it or some Parmesan cheese. Salad is something that you can do ahead of time. You can wash it ahead of time, or you can even buy it pre-washed ahead of time. And a quick meal of pasta with some sauce and a salad, pull out some of those fruits that we cut up, and you've got a delicious, colorful, nutritious meal for your family. You can cook protein ahead of time. So in this dish, we've got chicken that we have cut up into chunks, and this can be used in a variety of ways. It can be used in salads. You could make a real simple soup with it. You could make a fajita. So cutting it up ahead of time and cooking it, it keeps in your fridge for 2, 3, maybe up to 4 days. We've cooked some other chicken and just left it, and we've also cooked up some beef. You can do the same with fish. Very easy to just broil some fish, put some lemon juice, some salt and pepper, a little bit of olive oil, and you've got meat for the week. So the take-home message here is that by planning ahead, you're actually going to save time. And not only that, you're going to save money because you are doing the planning ahead. You're also going to be able to put nutritious, healthy, tasty meals on the table quickly. And we all know that without doing this planning ahead, it's very easy to go through the drive-thru. It's easy to grab something frozen that's probably processed, that probably doesn't have the nutrients that we want, and stick it in the oven and eat in, yes, a very quick way, but probably not a very healthy way. So I'm Jody Whipple with the FIT program. Thanks so much for joining us.